So our next stanza about resting in the Lord is the title of our theme, Rest in the Lord. All right. And so that rest means peace and quiet. And don't we all need that, especially after a long day of work and all that chattiness, and you just want to just be left alone in isolation, just quiet. All right. And so just like how we want that peace and quiet when we get home from work after a long day, that's how we need to be in the presence of the Lord. Just rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him. When we want things from God, we're not going to get it by kicking and screaming, hollering, and all of that. But if we wait patiently for Him, because He's on His way, He's coming. He's going to give us those desires. But we have to rest in Him, and we have to wait patiently for Him. And then He goes on and said it again. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way. Don't fret about that. Don't become easily irritated or agitated, all right, about that. And then so that gives us, that's the B part of 7. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way. That gives us a reference scripture to, well, actually, let's go to the reference scripture for rest in the Lord and wait patiently. That's, that's going to send us to Lamentations. That's our waiting scripture. So it is good that one should hope and wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. And then and that gives us a reference scripture to Romans 4:16 through 18. Romans 4:16 through 18, that says, therefore it is of faith that it might be according to grace, that the promise might be sure to all the seed, not only to those who are of the law, but also to those who are of the faith of Abraham, who is the father of us all. And so what this reference scripture is doing is showing us or giving us an example of waiting patiently. Because Abraham, he was not just a father of all of us. He was a father of patiently waiting. All right. And then so in verse 17, as it is written, I have made you a father of many nations in the presence of him who he believed, even God who gives life to the dead and calls those things which do not exist as though they did, who contrary to hope, in hope believed, so that he became the father of many nations, according to what was spoken, so shall your descendants be. And so what happened is that, remember, Abraham was, he didn't have any children, and him and Sarah were up in age, he was almost 100. Sarah's in her 90s and stuff when Isaac was born and all of this. And you're talking about waiting a long time. And that's what I'm saying when I said that in line 1, line 2 in Psalm 37, our soon and God's soon are two different soons. Our waiting and God's waiting are two different waitings, because he doesn't move on our time scale. Not at all. He doesn't worry about no daylight saving times beginning or no daylight saving times ending. All right. And then, going back to Psalm 37, it gives us a reference scripture to Psalm 73, 3 through 12, about those prospering in his way. So do not fret because of him who prospers in his way. And remember, I said we were going to come back to Psalm 73. And here it is. And they're giving us the entire example of what the evildoers. Make sure that was it. Do not fret because of him who prospers in his way. So because of the man who brings wicked schemes to pass. So it's going to give us a whole outline pretty much of what the wicked does. All right. So 3 through 12. It says in Psalm 73, line 3, for I was envious of the boastful when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. For there are no pains in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men, nor are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride serves as their necklace. Violence covers them like a garment. Their eyes bulge with abundance. They have more than heart could wish. They scoff and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walks through the earth. Therefore his people return here, and waters of a full cup are drained by them. And they say, how does God know? And there is knowledge in the Most High. And is there knowledge in the Most High? 12. Behold, these are the ungodly who are always at ease. They increase in riches. And there you have it. All right, so we'll expound more on Psalm 73 when we get there eventually, Lord's willing. Okay, so now line 8 back in Psalm 37. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Do not fret, it only causes harm. So now, he wants us to rest in the Lord. He wants us to wait patiently, not to fret again, all right? And we need to cease from anger and forsake wrath. Do not fret again, he's saying. It only causes harm. So whenever you see something repeated in the Bible, that's important. That we really need to focus on that. All right, and so cease from anger and forsake. Don't, because all that anger is going to do is cause us more problem. All right, and then when we get angry, then we're going to want to do things out of anger, and that's going to make us what? Like the wicked. We don't need, just let it go. Don't worry, be happy. All right, so I'll see you in the next segment.